some big breaking news coming in at this point in time. An explosion has been reported at Iran's Lavan Refinery, and the source of the blast remains unknown. This is the latest update that we are getting for you at this point in time. Big news breaking on Times Now. In fact, we are getting to know that an explosion has been reported at Iran's Lavan Refinery. As per IRGC, despite the ceasefire, Lavan Refinery on Sirri Island in Iranian waters was attacked a few hours ago. Let's go back to Srinjoy for more on this. Srinjoy, what is the latest update that you can share with us?
Well, this is according to the Iranians, and this is their version, that it could be an airstrike. So what they're trying to say is maybe the Israelis are responsible. You heard in the morning that Israel said that Iran had struck parts of Jerusalem with missiles. Now this could be tit for tat, but let's hope this is the last tit for tat, because these next 14 days are going to be very crucial. And if there is still fighting over these 14 days, then the entire possibility of a ceasefire and things going well from there would be sabotaged, would be scuppered. So let's hope that this is the last tit for tat. Those were the last missiles fired, and this was the last air raid.
No, but this is going to be very, very serious, isn't it, Srinjoy, with the kind of response we have got from Iran?
Undoubtedly serious. Now, what would have happened? The Israelis said that Iran fired missiles at them. This was in the morning, and they hit central Jerusalem or parts of central Israel. Now, the Iranians say that, look, this time we are being hit, and our refinery is being hit, which is why I'm saying this is terrible news, considering what has happened all of less than 24 hours ago. And let's hope this is the last tit for tat, if it was.
Right. Srinjoy, stay on with us. Let's play out these visuals that we have got for our viewers at this point in time. So viewers, the National Iranian Oil Refining and Distribution Company has confirmed that Lavan Oil Refinery was targeted in a cowardly attack. That's what they are calling it this morning. This happened shortly after reports of ceasefire emerged. Now, according to the official statement that has come from this particular refinery, the facilities were struck approximately around 10 a.m. local time. Emergency response teams, including safety and firefighting units, were immediately dispatched to the scene to contain the resulting fires and secure the infrastructure. As per the statement, fortunately, due to the timely evacuation of personnel, no casualties have been reported. And in fact, the company has also emphasized that the national fuel supply and distribution network remains stable. And in fact, this is the update that we are getting right now. Let's go across to my colleague Priyank Tripathi, who is joining us live for more on this. Priyank, the statement has also come in from the National Iranian Oil Refining and Distribution Company. Thankfully, there were no casualties, they say, and also the national fuel supply and distribution network remains stable.
Yes, Sati, Hina, this is an important development with respect to what has happened in the last 12 hours, where the fresh aerial attack on the Lavan Refinery is certainly something which is going to make more changes in the present atmosphere, which has been claimed to be settling down as of for the next 2 weeks. Looking at the kind of visual which is coming out from Lavan, it's quite clear that black, smoke is seen coming out from the refinery. The exact cause of this particular, fire is said to be an aerial strike. That is the reason because of which we'll have to wait for further confirmation from the Iranian officials that what exactly they have to say, because everything is in a developing situation. What further details they will share officially will finally matter to the exact cause of this particular fire which is coming out from a refinery.
Absolutely. But the most important point here, Priyank, is that this has happened after the ceasefire arrangement. And look at Iran's response. Iran has been absolutely clear that if there'll be no provocation, there'll be no retaliation. So what do we call what has happened here?
That's why we are saying that we'll have to wait for the official, statement from the Iranian official, because we have seen the manner in which Donald Trump has specifically mentioned that for the 2 weeks since the deal is becoming fruitful for their side, for both the sides, there will be a ceasefire for the next 2 weeks. Following to which Israel has stated that they will continue to attack those Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. But following an attack in Iran, that too an oil refinery, is certainly about targeting an important infrastructure system, because so far we have not seen too many attacks being targeted towards the refineries or the oil depots. But this attack being targeted towards Iran's refinery is certainly something which is certainly changed the total atmosphere, which was supposed to be coming up to bring back normalcy in this particular area. We have been talking about the Strait of Hormuz. We have been talking about the other consequences which could be fruitful for the rest of the world, specifically for the West Asia part of this the world. But the fact of the matter is that if this is established that this was a part of the aerial strike which was either done by US or by Israel, then certainly the things will once again go back to the same point zero from where the negotiations will have to start. It was very well spoken by the Israeli intel officers that there will be intervention of J.D. Vance. When he will come, things will look as if things are going to be settled. But once again, this kind of attack which is being seen on the refinery of Iran can once again bring back the atmosphere to the same 0 point from where the negotiation started.
Absolutely. And that's why we've been saying that it's a very fragile ceasefire arrangement, a fragile truce that's currently there between US and Iran. Thank you, Priyank, for the